You might have noticed lately that indie games are so much better than AAA games. They perform well, people prefer them, and they're much more fun to play. But what happened to AAA games? Well, corporate happened. Profits, margins, layoffs. It stopped being about the games and more about the money. Remember the Xbox 360 days when your parents would get you that game that you've been meaning to play, and then going home and finally booting it up for the first time, knowing that you'd have at least 14 hours of single-player campaign with a carefully crafted story and gameplay before even trying out the multiplayer with your friends, with so many different game modes and online progressions, without having to worry about getting locked out of features, without having to worry about microtransactions on things that should have been included in the base game. Well, that doesn't exist anymore. It's not profitable enough. A lot of these companies are now led by soulless, passionless people in suits that don't even care about making a good product. People who'd rather lay off thousands of employees just so they can keep millions in their bonuses, all the while their product deteriorates. There is a reason why a bunch of ex-Ubisoft employees left the company and started making a game that is now, one of the best games of all time. The bureaucracy, the red tapes, the unnecessary office politics that come with creating an original, creative product in a corporate setting is the reason why AAA games are now a bit stagnant. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like the entire AAA industry is not without its masterful hits. This topic is a lot more nuanced than people give credit for, which goes to show that it absolutely is okay to develop these larger games. In fact, we want more of them. It's just that these bad actors that are unfortunately involved in developing and distribution of these games may have a stake in the creative process of making a lot of these ideas into reality, which unfortunately could taint the product itself. Now, let me tell you a story. A couple of months ago, while on a commute to work, I was scrolling through my phone and came across an old video from Moist Critical, Charlie. And in this video, he talked about the only game that made him emotional. It was an interactive, story-driven game called Before Your Eyes. Now, if you know Charlie, you'd know that that man is cold as a rock. So it got me curious as to what kind of game could ever make this man even remotely emotional. Later that night, after getting home, I immediately downloaded the game and started playing it. The entire thing was about 1 hour and 30 minutes, and by the end, I was almost bawling my eyes out. It connected with me on a personal level that I could never explain. And looking back, the harrowing thing about the entire thing is the fact that I could never have that type of connection with a AAA game. I don't know why. The story was straightforward. It never really distracted from the main purpose without additional flares or effects. It was just a beautifully written with an amazing voice cast, and it didn't have any major action sequences, if not at all. The graphics are very, very bare bones. I could barely make out their faces, but somehow, game made me emotional. Made me cry. There's just something profoundly beautiful with stories that are pure and personal, free from any corporate influence or any revision or any changes or additions from the higher-ups that could potentially taint the essence of the game. The past year, I've played so many indie games and I've noticed a pattern. They all made me think. The most interesting part in all of this is you can clearly tell the creator's emotions and feelings in each of these games. I know this sounds a bit corny, but I like it. Instead of polished, homogeneous, uninspired game, it's honest, it's raw, it's refreshing, and frankly, I think we need more of that.